Hello, all my wizard loving fans. This video is so weird for me to do because I've never done a Harry Potter theme video. I kind of always wanted to, like in a role play format, but I never thought I was like good enough to really pull it off or anything like that. I promise you I'll probably do like a Professor Trelawney video eventually. I'm just trying to settle some things in my life first. Before I do that. Someday pretty soon I definitely want to get like an even higher quality camera and just do like some really cool advanced role plays. But like I said, I'm fixing my life up first, in the way I want it to before I start doing that stuff deep and hardcore. So yeah, but anyway, yeah, because those videos take a lot of work, to make movie quality. Because to even, what I'm trying to say is, to even do a video like that, I have to make it movie quality. Like Harry Potter is movie quality, I would be doing people a disservice if I just made an amateur quality video imitating something that's movie quality. You know what I mean? It just wouldn't come through the right way. I have a vision, I do. I'm waiting for the right time to execute it. So, yeah, but anyway, thank you guys for joining me. To help support this channel, make sure you check me out on TonyBomboni.com. Book those services today. I'm available today for your personal readings. I can read like Professor Trelawney. I do coffee cup readings, as well as tarot card readings, Reiki healings, candle wax readings even, and custom ASMR videos. And you can check out my online courses. I have 2 of them on my website. My Spotify and Apple Music, I have those as well on my website. My Cameo, even Patreon if you want to sign up. I have so much on there. You could just see for yourself, okay? All right, so let me begin. So make sure you subscribe if you're a Harry Potter fan. Harry Potter. To this day, it kind of irks me that his name is Harry. Like, that's such a strange... It's not a strange name. It's just like... I don't know, I always thought like hair, like Harry, like he's Harry. Like, to me, that's what it sounds like. But yeah, I digress. So I want to show you the first thing that's Harry Potter themed. So all this is like my boyfriend's stuff. He collects a bunch of stuff, which is pretty cool. And this was one of his friends made this for him, which is pretty cool. I don't know how she does things like this. They're so creative. I mean, it's literally a mandrake. It's so cool. I have no idea how she made this, but it's so soft and cute. Like, oh my gosh, it's literally a mandrake. That'd be funny to do a role play with this, like, oh, put it back in. So cute. Okay, put it back in. The high-pitched squealing, oh my gosh. I think that's everyone's favorite part of the movie. Not. But that's the first thing I wanted to show you. Make you laugh. Okay. So, I have read 6 out of the 7 books. I think by the time I got in my teens, I lost interest in reading for some time in my life. I used to read all the time as a kid, and then I don't know, I was so depressed as a teenager. It just lost all interest in most everything, except like World of Warcraft and talking to my friends. But this is Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. So that was the first book by J.K. Rowling. Scholastic ink. Harry Potter has never played a sport while flying on a broomstick. He's never worn a cloak of invisibility, befriended a giant, or helped hatch a dragon. All Harry knows is a miserable life with the Dursleys, his horrible aunt and uncle, and their abominable son, Dudley. Harry's room is a tiny closet at the foot of the stairs, and he hasn't had a birthday party in 11 years. But all that is about to change when a mysterious letter arrives by all messenger. A letter with an invitation to a wonderful place he never dreamed existed. There he finds not only friends, aerial sports, and magic around every corner, but a great destiny that's been away, waiting for him, if Harry can survive the encounter. So this is the legendary book that has started it all. So, I've seen all the movies, even part 1 and 2 of the 7th one. So, yeah. This is when he first enters the train to go to Hogwarts, the School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. And it's just such a magical book. There's really nothing like it. I think there's a reason this is a multi-billion-dollar industry now. It's just like, it really is unlike anything ever. I find the illustrations quite funny. I always found them kind of silly. Like, that is not how Harry Potter looks. But yeah, I'm sure maybe that was like the first initial vision before they hired Daniel Radcliffe to do the acting. See, the lightning bolt is his scar. So as kids, you know, you don't really appreciate the beauty of this story until you grow up and you're like, oh my god, this was literally genius. I've even read them again with audiobook, like probably maybe 2 or 3 times over. It's so good with audiobook. It's back when I had a those little like boombox CD players. I would just like slap the CD in and hit play, and it like put the little, I had like the cutest boombox ever, literally the cutest ever. It was like this blue circle. It's like almost like a sphere. It was see-through. It was like a baby blue color and silver. It was so cute, I swear. I literally should have kept it because that would have made great ASMR sound. But anyway, so I play that next to my bed. You can adjust the volume. It's just like, you know, so it's not too loud, you annoy everyone, but it's not too quiet where you can't hear. Like, it's perfect. Like, it was just, yeah, it had the right bass and depth. Like, the audiobooks even gave me ASMR. Oh my gosh, I love audiobooks. But anyway, so I think you know what I'm talking about. But yes, this one went to Hogwarts, had to get the sorting hat put on his head to decide that he ends up in Gryffindor. And that's where they talk about he who shall not be named. And they're trying to basically find the Sorcerer's Stone, which is, I guess, one of the things that Lord Voldemort has placed a part of his self in. And then there's the three-headed dog beast. I would say this probably wasn't my favorite movie. Maybe it was. I don't remember. I have to recall now, but probably the second one was pretty good. Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. Ever since Harry Potter had come home from the summer, the Dursleys had been so mean and hideous that all Harry wanted was to get back to Hogwarts School for Witchcraft and Wizardry. So every book is the year. So this is called Year 2. Year 1, Year 2, all the way to Year 7 of Hogwarts, where all things go to crap. All Harry wanted to do was get back to the Hogwarts School for Witchcraft and Wizardry, but so this is over his summer break. Just as he's packing his bags, Harry receives a warning from a strange, impish creature who says that if Harry returns to Hogwarts, disaster will strike. So that is the elf that is called, I forgot his name. My gosh. And strike. It's been a while. And strike it does. For in Harry's second year at Hogwarts, fresh torments and horrors arise, including outrageously. I know I'm struggling reading lately. Stuck-up new professor and a spirit who haunts the girls' bathroom. Oh, I love her. She is so funny. The ghost that haunts the bathroom and guards the chamber secrets. But then the real trouble begins. Someone is turning Hogwarts students to stone. Could it be Draco Malfoy? A more poisonous rival than ever? Could it possibly be Hagrid, whose mysterious past is finally told? Or could it be the one everyone at Hogwarts more suspects, Harry Potter himself? It broke my heart when Hermione Granger, which was Harry Potter's best friend, was frozen to stone. That crushed me. I cried. Like, every time I see that scene when he's at the hospital and she's frozen there and she has the note in her hand. That is such a sad scene. Like, it just crushes my spirit. But people end up frozen because they see the eye of the snake, the serpent, the basilisk. And then that's where the second Horcrux, that's what it's called, Horcrux is, of Lord Voldemort. The snake, so he has to stab the snake with a sword. And a special sword at that. And then the phoenix comes through to help him, which is Hagrid. Dumbledore, the professor of Hogwarts, with the long beard. I'm explaining as if someone doesn't already know. Dumbledore's phoenix helps blind the serpent by poking his eyes out. So I'm recalling a lot. I think it gives like ASMR to explain, even if you already know, just to kind of like remind the story, like, oh yeah, this is such an incredible story. Like, I still, like sometimes I'm like, did JK really write this? You know, like I'm skeptical sometimes, allegedly, you know, because it's such an awesome story. So, Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, I'd say this is a second favorite, but the third book is the third year. Because it's so different than the other years. For 12 long years, the dread fortress of Azkaban, which is the prison, held an infamous prisoner named Sirius Black, convicted of killing 13 people with a single curse. He was said to be the heir apparent to the Dark Lord Voldemort. Now he has escaped, leaving only 2 clues as to where he might be headed. Harry Potter's defeat of you-know-who was Black's downfall as well. And the Azkaban guards heard Black muttering in his sleep. He's at Hogwarts, he's at Hogwarts. Harry Potter isn't safe, not even within the walls of his magical school, surrounded by his friends, because on top of it all, there may be, well, a traitor in the midst. So, this is where what's it called? The Dementors are. That, literally, I had nightmares because of that as a 14-year-old. Like, I hated the Dementors. Like, I was such a fan, I even played the Harry Potter video games all the way through. I owned them on CD when we had those, like, big chunky computers. I was obsessed. I played it till I perfected that crap. Okay. I think I broke our family computer because I literally played it like it was so fun. Like, the way they designed it, you could just walk around the castle or the grounds, like you actually felt like you were part of Hogwarts. So yeah, we even used to buy like the Harry Potter jelly beans with the different flavors and the wands, the magic wands from like, I think like Barnes and Noble or whatever. I was a huge fan. I think I've watched the movies 2-3 times over too. Yeah, really. So this is when Hermione starts getting into her like older years, and she punched Draco Malfoy. Like, that was super empowering as well. And you could tell like their teenage hormones were starting to kick in that movie. So they did a great job with everything, depicting everything. I didn't mention Ron Weasley. Ron Weasley was always kind of cowardly in those movies. But Hermione's the bookworm, and then Harry is just pure strength, you know, pure emotional strength within. and it's sad that his parents were killed by Lord Voldemort. But he survived, and I think that shows his strength, that he couldn't kill him, you know. But sad that he lost his parents so young, and he had to end up with a family that basically sucks. Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. Okay, I have to say this is another favorite too, really. This is probably the favorite of at least the movies. This is quite a fat read. It really starts to get into in-depth. Like, the first 3 are cute and tiny reads, and the movies are always different. But the 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th books, good luck finishing them in one day. You know, unless you're a professional reader, because they, look how big that, I mean, I think it took me like a month back when I was in school to finish each of these, like, big books. And I even was such a fan. I would be the first one to sign up to do Harry Potter for a school book report project until they said you can't do it anymore. I milked it for what it was worth. I did them for book report projects as long as I could in, I think it was elementary and middle school. And then after that, you couldn't do Harry Potter anymore because they caught on. They were like, okay, this is too easy for some because it's such a good book. And it's so popular, and you see the movies, it's too easy to do a book report, you know? So they decided, okay, no more. But hey, I did it while I could, which was nice. So I think this definitely, after the 4th and onwards, this was a more accurate depiction of kind of still not really, but what Harry Potter looked like. Harry Potter's midway through both his training as a wizard and his coming of age. Harry wants to get away from the pernicious Dursleys and go to the International Quidditch Cup with Hermione, Ron, and the Weasleys, which is where they fly broomsticks and catch the snitch, which is a ball that has wings, and it's really hard. It's really hard to catch. It zooms by so quickly, and it's a dangerous sport too. And everyone's in the stadium watching from above, and there's hoops they have to fly through. Yeah. He wants to dream about Cho Chang, his crush, and maybe do more than dream. He wants to find out about the mysterious event that's supposed to take place at Hogwarts this year, an event involving 2 other rival schools of magic in a competition that hasn't happened for hundreds of years. So I think the ones from, I think he was from Bosnia in real life, the actor, but I forgot what land they come from. Romania. I think it was Romania in the movie. And then Cedric, I think, was the one that passed away. That was terrible when his father was like shouting because he found it out his son had passed away playing the games. I mean, it was like Hunger Games on, yeah. So very similar to that. And they had to go, my favorite scene was when they're underwater and they see the mermaid, the sirens basically, with the pitchforks. Like, that was scary to see in movie theaters up close. He wants to be a normal 14-year-old wizard, but unfortunately for Harry Potter, he's not normal even by wizarding standards, and in his case, different can be deadly. Yeah, or they have to like concoct a potion with Hermione, like look through the library and try to figure out like what potion will work. That was my favorite part too, because I love witchy stuff like that. So that he can breathe underwater efficiently, or at least hold his breath, or like, I guess he ended up deciding to turn into like a half fish being, so that he could actually technically, you know, hold his breath underwater. That was very painful for him. So honestly, I want to reread all these again and just do the audiobook for like peace or like a part-time hobby. I think to really tap into my inner child, because yeah, I kind of miss this. And what I used to do is, like, when the book first comes out, we'd always buy it with my brother. Like, my brother was obsessed too. He'd be the first to read it. We could only, like, obviously, like, as kids, like, afford to buy one book. So I'm like, okay, you read it first, then he lets me read it. And he's very smart. He's quite an avid reader, so he'll read this in like easily a week, even with school and a part-time job. So back then, you know. So we'd read the book, and then watched the movie when it came out in theaters, basically in the first week. And the theaters are all crowded. So, yeah, I wouldn't say I'm super mega ultra fan, but pretty close. Okay. Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. This was a hard read for me. I don't know why. Is it because I was still quite young? When did this come out? Let's see. Because it was so in depth and so much happened, and you have to pay attention to remember what happened in the previous chapters. So it was starting to get a little advanced for me, making it not really a favorite. Wow, 2003. That's probably why. Even the fourth book, I had to wait maybe now I remember, I had to wait like a year or two to grow up a little more, because my brother's 3.5 years older than me. So for him it was easier, but for me, do you know how old I was in 2003? You want to guess? I was literally, oh my gosh, 9 years old. So imagine a 9-year-old reading this. So I think I had to wait till I was like 11 to really read this, maybe. Or maybe we kind of like forgot about it for a while, because I think, let me see, when did Goblet of Fire come out? I remember every time it's like on the front entrance of every like library, and when it first comes out, such a hit, 2000. So it was quite 3 years is a long time for a kid. Time is so much slower back then anyway. So I think I literally waited even 2 years for this one, and I probably read this by 2005 or 6, something like that. So yeah, I think the audiobook definitely helped me, oh, this is what they mean, because at the beginning of reading, I remember as a kid I was always struggling to learn quotation marks. When someone is speaking, that was always a challenge for me. I'd have to literally put my finger on the page to be oh, this is when they said it, because my eyes wander sometimes. I'm not dyslexic, but maybe because sometimes when I read I struggle and I have to repeat myself. But yeah, so I've had really good teachers teach us how to read. They said don't be ashamed to get a bookmark, and slowly move the bookmark on its side horizontally down as you're reading, so you don't miss a line, because sometimes you miss a line and my mind wanders a lot. I overthink. I have ADHD up the ass basically. So when I'm reading, I'll read a whole page and I'll forget what I just read, because my mind will wander at the same time when my eyes are skimming the words. Sorry about that beep. So I'll have to sometimes 3-4 times reread a page. Is that dyslexia? Maybe that's why I get overwhelmed looking at restaurant menus. Anyway, but this helped me really educate myself more with diction and, reading in general, reading prolifically. And that's why I was always in the honors English courses, even though I didn't really feel like I deserved it, because I'm not that smart, I don't think. But yeah, so I don't know. I'm just being reminded of so much right now. So there's Mad-Eye Moody with the one glass eye. And I think Professor Snape makes a creepy influence in this book. He did in the fourth book. I don't know about the movie, but the fifth and onwards, Snape really is showing his true colors. But he ends up the good guy at the end, you know what I mean? There's a door at the end of a silent corridor, and it's haunting Harry Potter's dreams. Why else would he be waking in the middle of the night screaming in terror? Harry has a lot on his mind for this, his 5th year at Hogwarts, a defense against the dark arts teacher with a personality like poisoned honey, a big surprise on the Gryffindor Quidditch team, and the looming terror of the ordinary wizarding level exams, not to mention that lady that has a pink dress that just is so mean. I forgot her name, but she has blonde, poofy, Golden Girls hair. Ooh, I'm glad when they got rid of her. She was, ooh, yeah. But all these things pale next to the growing threat of he who must not be named, a threat that neither the magical government nor the authorities of Hogwarts can stop. And this book really does emulate life and our society and governance today. It really does. If you look at watching it back as a grown-up with what I know today, and everything that's happened in the world the last 5 years, watch it back, you realize Voldemort's similar to the Antichrist. But anyway. As the grasp of darkness tightens, Harry must discover the true depth and strength of his friends, the importance of boundless loyalty, and the shocking price of unbearable sacrifice. His fate depends on them all. So, yeah. This was definitely one of those in-between books, I'd say. A lot happened, but nothing happened at the same time. Does that make sense? I think it was just about, like, discovering how deep the rabbit hole goes. So that made it my least favorite. Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. This was another, probably favorite, if not my ultimate favorite of the books. The war against Voldemort is not going well. Even Muggle governments are noticing Muggles are those who are not in the bloodline of a magic family. Hermione, which I think Hermione is a half... No, wait. Was she half-blood? I don't know. Anyway. Hermione scans the obituary pages of the Daily Prophet looking for familiar names. Dumbledore is absent from Hogwarts for long stretches of time, and the Order of the Phoenix has already suffered losses. And yet, as in all wars, life goes on. The Weasley twins expand their business. Sixth-year students learn to apparate and lose a few eyebrows in the process. Teenagers flirt and fight and fall in love. Classes are never straightforward, though Harry receives some extraordinary help from the mysterious Half-Blood Prince. So it's the home front that takes center stage in the multi-layered sixth installment of the story of Harry Potter. Here at Hogwarts, Harry will search for the full and complex story of the boy who became Lord Voldemort, and thereby find what may be his only vulnerability. I find this so funny with, like, inflation and the value of stuff. Like, the first book was literally like $6.99. Now we're at $12.99 by the sixth book. And to be fair, it's much longer. This came out by 2005, so I was still quite a young kid. So yeah, this is one of those I definitely have to go back on. This is definitely when Dumbledore and Harry team up together, even though he was kind of distant, to look in and, you know, try to mind teleport, I guess is the best way to word it, or apparate, like just teleport basically, into another reality and try to knock more of those Horcruxes. I think there's a total of 7. I think that's when he discovers that book from the Half-Blood Prince. Like, he opens it and apparates more himself. But that more, I think that was more maybe the second movie. See, it's getting blurry. When it's been many years, you're like, you forget. So this is what I have yet to read. I really should read it. Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. We now present the 7th and final installment in the epic tale of Harry Potter. So these are just quotes by Stephen King and all these people. So $15, wow. That's still nothing, but I think she has every right to charge that after all she's done. 2007. So I was just 14 years old by the point this came out. That's why I lost interest. So that makes sense. Stupid depression. Okay. So I think this is finally when he's like done with the Dursleys, right? A lot of chapters in this one. I really should read the book. Even my brother was like, you dummy, like, why don't you read the book? Is this both movies in one? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, they just decided to make 2 movies. I guess all I remember from this coming out, it was such a big deal because it was the final book. And those like professional readers literally read it in like 18 hours and then gave their review. And I was like, how the hell do they do? Like, I couldn't conceive reading a book in an entire day. Like, I was wondering as a kid, like, how did they go to the bathroom? How did they eat? I didn't understand how they do it. It still doesn't make sense to me. Now you could just scan the pages, tell AI, and just give a summary that way. So, these are all the books. But a lot happened in Deathly Hallows. I mean, there's not really much for me to say. It's basically the end of Hogwarts as people know it. You know, a new kind of system forms. And again, a reminder of probably what's to come in our world, you know. So I really want to read it back with new pair of eyes and being 30, not 13, you know. All right. But I'll probably have to reread the books one by one to really like get a grasp of like, okay, this is what happened. Because when I read the 7th, I'm going to be like forgetting a lot of what happened in the 6th and the 5th, you know. So I'll get back to it someday. But now I want to show you the other stuff. This is Quidditch Through the Ages, and I had no idea these were also other releases, right? Well, it says J.K. Rowling, but this is by Kenilworthy Wisp. I think that's maybe her, but maybe another name. I don't know. If you have ever asked yourself where the golden snitch came from, how the bludgers came into existence, or why the Wigtown Wanderers have pictures of meat cleavers on their robes, you need Quidditch Through the Ages. This invaluable volume is consulted by young Quidditch fans on an almost daily basis. Proceeds from the sale of this book will go to Comic Relief and J.K. Rowling's international charity, Lumos, who will use your money to continue improving and changing lives, work that is even more important and astonishing than the 3.5-second capture of the Golden Snitch by Roderick Plumpton in 1921. I love the color. I know I have a lot of Harry Potter fans. Oh, no way. Oh. I actually thought this was like from the library. It's showing like, you know how in the library you have to write your name and date due? It says R. Weasley stinks, overdue. N. Longbottom. S. Bones is great. H. Granger. Padma Patil. E. Macmillan, M. Bulstrode, H. Granger, again, because she reads a lot, and D. Malfoy. That's funny. A warning: if you rip, tear, shred, bend, fold, deface, disfigure, smear, smudge, throw, drop, or in any other manner damage, mistreat, or show lack of respect towards this book, the consequences will be as awful as it is within my power to make them. Irma Pintz, Hogwarts librarian. And someone, of course, wrote tic-tac-toe on it. Because F the rules, right? So, I love the feel and the texture of these pages. The evolution of the flying broomstick. Okay, I definitely have to read this. I mean, it's a short read, but it's cute. Okay. So, my partner... I don't want him to get mad. I have to put everything exactly as it was, as I found it. So I'm trying to remember, okay, how are the order of the books going? The 8th story, 19 years later. So this is Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, parts 1 and 2. So, John Tiffany and Jack Thorne, based on an original news story. So I remember hearing about this for a while. It took a while for it to come out. I'm not too sure why. But 19 years after the Battle of Hogwarts. Oh gosh, this is now $30. It was always difficult being Harry Potter, and it isn't much easier now than he is an overworked employee of the Ministry of Magic, a husband and a father of 3 school-aged children. While Harry grapples with a past that refuses to stay where it belongs, his youngest son, Albus, must struggle with the weight of a family legacy he never wanted. As past and present fuse ominously, both father and son learn the uncomfortable truth. Sometimes darkness comes from unexpected places. Did they make a movie on this? Because I remember at the end of the 7th movie, they had kids. So, I wonder. It was a play, apparently. Okay. It was a play, not a movie. Okay. Well, anyways. Oh, it's written like a play, too. That's, okay. Well, I do wonder if I will, read that or not. J.K. Rowling, Harry Potter, and the Sorcerer's Stone. So these are pop-up books, I think. Till now, there's been no magic for Harry Potter. He lives with the miserable Dursleys at number 4 Privet Drive. His room is the cupboard under the stairs, and he hasn't had a birthday party in 11 years. Gosh, this is almost $40. But then a mysterious letter arrives by Owl Messenger, a letter with an invitation to an incredible place called Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry, and there he finds not only friends, flying sports and broomsticks, and magic in everything from classes to meals, but a great destiny that's been waiting for him if Harry can survive the encounter. So pretty much the same description, but remember that little paper. Ron Weasley, you haven't been answering my calls. He gets humiliated in front of everyone. Oh, this is pretty. There's like people flying on broomsticks, like stars. So, yeah, this is just, it's very, very gentle. I have to be so gentle with it. It's like little things that pop up. A little clock. It's like an astrolabe or something like that. Kind of spin it in different directions. Let's see. The Vanishing Glass. And it's so much more colorful. It's like a colorful illustrated edition of the book. See, there's like a little pictures and stuff. Mr. H. Potter, the floor, hut on the rock, the sea. It's like addressed to him, and then there's a little letter that opens up. You can't open it, but yeah. And this is the I think that one building that it's like disguised, and then you kind of walk through it and it opens up into different places. So there's Ilops Owl Emporium, Twilfit and Teddings. I want to go see the Harry Potter now in, I think it was Universal Orlando. Quidditch. Quality supplies. Nimbus 2000, the fastest ever. The Apothecary. Gringotts. Books, Flourish and Blots. Madame Malkin's Robes. The Wizarding Bank. Magical Menagerie. Lunoscopes. So, the bank scene was definitely my favorite. Probably in the whole movie when they try to rob that bank. So, those animated portraits of people. And you walk in, it's like it's your quarters where you sleep, and her eyes actually move. It's kind of creepy. This is Hogwarts. Open it up, and then looks inside the little eating place and all the little sleeping quarters for the students. And these are the grounds outside, like kind of flip the backyard that way. It's very creative. This are the halls. You open it up and hold on. It's really pretty. chessboard. And there's Hermione, Ron, and Harry. And then snakes. Oh, this is his turban. So you kind of unravel it and reveal his scary face. So that's pretty cool that they have that to kind of really give people the visual of what's going on. Because you have to, with these books, you know, without illustrations, you have to use your imagination. How do the people look? You know, what is this like? What must that be like? You know, and I think it's nice that they had the movies come out because it really gave children of our time, you know, the ability to dream, to be creative. So he only has this in the Chamber of Secrets, which is still quite impressive. I didn't even know these were a thing. Yeah, these are the same descriptions, so I'm not going to reread it, but I will go ahead and show you some pop-ups. So I'll try to be very gentle here. Oops, that little page came out. I have to put it back in when I'm done. But here it is. So you kind of can slide him up and down. I don't know why that is, what that's about. Maybe it's broken. I don't know. There's something here that's supposed to happen, but I'm not gonna bother because it's probably busted. But it's not my book. I don't want to like risk damaging something. Here is another one. I don't know why these pages are in here. On the last one, it's not. So this one kind of opens up to show the car getting stuck on the tree when they fly into the tree to kind of escape the spider being. This makes nice sound. I really thought this was perfect for ASMR to show you guys, you know. It's so much fun. So, this is the Mandrake, I believe. Oh gosh, that looks creepy. It looks so creepy. Creepy baby. That's scary. I think he put these in here to protect them, probably. So let's continue. Maybe it came like that, I don't know. But here are the portraits of the people in the halls. And they kind of move between portraits too. It's kind of hard to show and hold the book at the same time. You have to be very gentle. So yeah. All right. And then this one is the gargoyle. You flip it open and unveil more mystery and magic. There's Professor the professor with the green robe. I keep forgetting her name. Or they're going through the Chamber of Secrets, I believe. Alright, so this is the wheel that spins. It changes their faces. So this is when they're trying to like transform into different people. To use as a disguise, to spy. And this is the entrance to where the basilisk hides. Quite a cool depiction. So that's it. That's all of it, guys. I think that's so cool. And so now I'm going to show you the last pop-up. The pop-up guide to Hogwarts Deluxe Edition. So, features over 5 incredible spreads and over 30 amazing pops. Folds out into a 33 by 37 inch map. Discover Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry with this 3D masterpiece created by paper engineer Matthew Reinhardt, featuring spellbinding pop-ups of Hogwarts Castle, the Forbidden Forest, and beyond. This spectacular pop-up book provides fans a whole new way to experience the wizarding world. Among the main pop-up structures, numerous mini-pops bring to life iconic elements from Harry Potter, such as the Marauders map and Flying Fort Anglia, while hidden pull-out tabs and windows offer glimpses inside Hogwarts Castle at iconic scenes and key moments from the films with insightful behind-the-scenes content, gorgeously detailed artwork, and meticulous construction. This showstopper pop-up book is a must-have collectible for fans everywhere. So, it's pretty cool. I feel like I'm opening something magical. They have this plaque inscription of the Hogwarts logo. So this is Hogwarts as it pops out and unfolds, which is so cool. That's the whole castle in its entirety. There's a dragon on the top of the castle too, on the roof. That's an overall view of the whole castle. And we have unfolding here the Hogwarts classes. So this is another part of Hogwarts where they have the herb, like the, what do you call it? The gardens, the greenhouse, right? Greenhouse, for goodness sake. I can't speak today, apparently. But, yeah, it's a large school all around. And then we have here the Quidditch pitch. So that's the stadium all over, all around. That's how it looks. Players inside, you can see as they're performing. This is Hogsmeade Village. I guess it's always winter there. And this is Moony, Wormtail, Padfoot, and Prongs are proud to present the Marauders map. So you can open it up as well. I think. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother. It's not opening. I'm not gonna force it. But there's the village. Hogsmeade Village. And then finally, the Forbidden Forest. Where the flying car tried to go through. It says to pull. I can't really pull that, but that's okay. Oh, there we go. See, he's going. He's flying out of the forest. But this is, I think, Hagrid's hut. And this pops out too to show you like the final battle between Harry and Voldemort. And this shows you the arachnid and the griffin. So there's the forest all around. So some detailed depictions here and there. Actually, I didn't even notice other parts of the pop-up could also pop up as well. Here, let me show you. I missed that part big time. But here is the Triwizard tournament. So that's the 4 players and the dragon that they were supposed to battle against, or not battle against, but capture and fly or something like that. Or no, I'm sorry. Yeah, some of them did, but like they had to get the egg. Yes, now I remember. The Order of the Phoenix. So there's Mad-Eye Moody. And then this is the Sirius Black, right? Turned into from a man to a wolf. So there's that. Alright, so put that back. Let's see. Ah, yes, there's more pop-ups, more magic. So these are the Hogwarts classes, right? This is a doorway to show you someone learning their lessons in class. And this is the I am Lord Voldemort. Tom Riddle in reverse, basically. It's the Chamber of Secrets. Tom Marvolo Riddle, yes. Means I am Lord Voldemort. Let's see. Okay, there's one more here. The Hogwarts houses. So you open this up, and it shows you the Phoenix and Dumbledore inside in his office. So that's pretty cool. I like this a lot. This is so cool. And yeah, I'll show you the last thing now before we're all done for this Harry Potter video. Oops. This is from the Films of Harry Potter Creatures, a paper scene book. They're called Thestrals. They're quite gentle, really, but people avoid them because they're a bit different. Luna Lovegood from Harry Potter and the Order of Phoenix. So it's like one quotation. So these are more like gentle, subtle, like 3-dimensional pages. You can kind of see the 3D-ness to it, but very carefully crafted here. Just kind of pops up. That's the forest with the all sorts of stuff, all sorts of creatures, centaurs. You are known to many creatures here. The forest is not safe at this time, especially for you, Firenze, from the Sorcerer's Stone. So I think we all like Luna Lovegood, especially when she finally stood up for herself. Dragons, that's the first task. You're joking. Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. Norwegian Ridgeback, Ukrainian Iron Belly, the Black Lake. Welcome to the second task. Last night, something was stolen from each of our champions, a treasure of sorts. These 4 treasures, one for each champion, now lie on the floor of the Black Lake. Professor Dumbledore from the Goblet of Fire. Oh yeah, this is my favorite. Definitely the Black Lake. Definitely. I don't know what keeps trying to fall. The Mer people and the Grindylows. Yeah, they had to collect the golden egg. Dark creatures. Dementors are among the foulest creatures to walk this earth. They feed on every good feeling, every happy memory, until a person is left with absolutely nothing but his worst experiences. Professor Lupin from Prisoner of Azkaban. This is when the Dementors took over the Quidditch tournament. This measly Dementors and the Inferi. Oh gosh. Creepy. So that's that. I guess this was just an ad, but I don't know. I want to see what that thing was that just fell over. An image of the castle. That's quite pretty. So, alright. So that's that, guys. Thank you very much for listening and watching. Hope you enjoyed this one. I didn't expect it to be this long, but there's a lot to these. And the Harry Potter stuff in general. I'm sure there's so much more than this. But, like, yeah, pretty cool. I love it a lot, and I hope you enjoyed this video and got some nostalgia with me. Make sure you subscribe and check me out on TonyBomboni.com if you want to book your own videos like this one and support my channel to keep going. Thank you, guys. I love you all. See you around soon, Harry Potter fans. Now go watch some Harry Potter. Bye.